Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here. Welcome to my channel. If you're hearing some annoying noises right now, apologize for that. The laptop fans are running and the furnace is on as well. I got the laptop producing a video so I can put it on YouTube. So today we have a little bit of an unboxing, and what I have is right over here. So let's go to it. So as you can see, it's a very large box. Packed pretty well, I gotta say. They did a good job with packing this. And put that right there for now. Let's open this up. And again, more bubble wrap. Quite a bit more bubble wrap. And they did a fairly decent job as far as packing this goes, which is kind of nice. Let's see if I can get this thing out of here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so I'm going to unwind some of this bubble wrap here. Alright, so here she goes. Find the end of this and see if I can unwrap it. There's the end. I'm going to have to cut this a little bit here. Boy, I need to put a new blade in there. Alright, so it's kind of giving it away right now. Alright, so let's take a look at this thing really quick. As you can see, it is a Squier, not a Fender, and the person who owned this ended up changing the hardtail on this thing. Nice thing is it is not in tune, which is kind of nice, and volume and tone controls feel pretty good. Squier jazz bass, yeah, and there's no relief in the neck right now. Neck is very straight. And you can see I got this in the candy apple red. Why? Because I have the P bass in candy apple red, so I figured I have a matching set now. Yeah, kind of stupid to be saying, you know, matching set. There is a slight little scratch right here, not a big deal, and a little bit of a scuff mark right there. But all in all, this thing is in very good used condition. It's got a smudge right here, which I can get that out with some. That's coming out with my fingerprint or my fingernail. A little bit of scratching on the pick guard, which is not a big deal. I can take care of that and make it look like it's brand new. As far as nut wise goes, everything looks pretty good up here. No broken corners, no anything. Everything looks pretty good. The headstock, this looks very nice. Got some real nice wood grain on the back of here. And okay, designed and backed by Fender. And this has been crafted in Indonesia. So there you go. It's a nice little, this thing's fucking huge, Squier jazz bass. And I'm kind of looking at these. So now I have a matching set. This will need a little bit of cleanup. I'm thinking of going with the Seymour Duncan, what do they call those? The Seymour Duncan ground pounders or something like that. And then there's a plate that you replace over here as well. So, not too shabby, pretty nice. Got the real skunk stripe going down the back of the neck. Tuners are all, none of them are bent. Everything looks good. Yeah, everything feels good, looks good. And there's another one, kiddies. So gonna have to do a setup on this one as well. Still have to do a little bit of work on the Epiphone bass I ended up picking up. And yeah, I have to get some bass strings. I don't have any. So all in all, not too bad. I have a matching set. Alright guys, take care. Oh, by the way, no, this is not the end of this video. Alright, if you can still hear the fans in the background, that is the laptop. Nothing I can do about it. Oh well. Anyways, like I said, this is not the end of this video. I did find something on eBay that caught my eye, and it was pretty nice. And it was a jazz bass guitar, similar to what I just showed you now, but it was in a natural wood. It had a gold sparkle pickguard, and the guy said in the description that he would throw in the original white pickguard that came with the guitar. Now something caught my eye on this, and for the price of it, also the serial number, the way the serial number looked, something was wrong. The price was fairly cheap. And in fact, it was a little bit cheaper than this one here that I just picked up, that I just did the unboxing on. And it wasn't a bidding war. It was basically a buy it now. So I ended up looking at it a little bit more, reading through the description, and found out that the guy ended up putting a Fender water decal on the top of the headstock, removing the Squier one that was previously on there. Now, even though I do have Gibson guitars, and I got those to kind of like show a little bit of what you can do with them, possibly that they're not all that bad, not so much promoting them, but kind of doing a little bit of a test for myself. Even though it seemed like I was promoting them, I really wasn't. I did get questions of where I got them from, and I did answer those questions, but this thing here, it's like, you know, I don't agree. If I could change the headstock logos on those Gibsons without like having to refinish the whole headstock, then I will, or I would. And to be honest with you, you know, I don't agree with it as far as having a logo that on something that is not supposed to be. Now, that's kind of like having a Volkswagen Beetle and putting a Ferrari logo on the body of it. You know, that's not what that is. Anyways, same thing goes with changing headstock logos. All right, I don't agree as far as someone taking a Squier guitar or you know, any type of guitar actually, and sanding down the decal that's on there, the water decal, and putting a Fender or something else on there. Now, if you wanted to put your name on there, or you know, anything else but another branding logo, more power to you. But I don't agree with it. And I know there's some people out there who have done that, but that's, you know, still considered a forgery, counterfeit. You know, even though Squiers are a Fender product, they're not necessarily a Fender. You know, it's like taking a Epiphone and putting a Gibson logo on it. You know, even though there are some older Epiphones that do have the Gibson name on them, either etched inside of the truss rod cover or someplace on the body of the guitar itself, they might say in a serial number or whatever. But I don't agree with other people doing this besides the manufacturers. If the manufacturers want to do this, and that's up to them, that's their thing, you know, whatever. But to be taking a Squier, scraping, sanding, whatever you're doing to remove the water decal that says Squier, and putting a Fender branding on it, I really think that is a kind of a wrong thing to do. And basically, you know, when you take it to someplace to sell it or something, like those Gibsons, I could sell them. I mean, there's nothing that says that I cannot sell them. I just cannot sell them as a Gibson product. That's the only thing I can't do. So if somebody on the street said, oh, you know, I've been looking for a guitar or whatever, you know, I have to sell it for what it's worth, which is not a whole hell of a lot. But again, you know, they are forgeries, and you know, if I brought one into my local music store and he looked at it and he caught that it was a forgery and said, get the fuck out of here, you know, well, I'd get the fuck out of there. Because why? It's a forgery guitar, and I know it is. So, but I wouldn't sell it to him, you know. I've noticed a lot of people doing this with the changing of the headstock. and the logo that's on the headstock, that is, or making a headstock look like another headstock. I guess, you know, carving the wood and stuff to shape it. A lot of these kit guitars, you know, they have a Fender style headstock on them, but they don't say Fender on them. So anyways, now this is the end of my video, and enjoy.